I'd like to call to order the meeting of the Town Board Thursday, February 27th, 2014, beginning at 6:33 p.m. And I'd like to begin with a Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And Madam Clerk, can we begin with the roll call?
Supervisor Fisher?
Here.
Supervisor Wolf?
Here.
Supervisor Bansky?
Here.
John Mayer Chair?
Present.
Attorney Macy?
Here.
Here. Oh, and I'm sorry, Larry or Mike Laska.
Madam Clerk, have we complied with the open meetings laws?
Yes, we have.
And the agenda was posted for this meeting on February 25th, 2014.
Correct.
And we'll begin with citizens' comments.
Good evening. My name is Milette Krzyzanowski, and I live at West 254 South 4360 Pin Oak Lane in the town of Waukesha. If the city's application for Lake Michigan water is denied and their plan B is to take water from the town, why can we not take steps to control how much water is taken to sell and sell it to the city? The city is willing to pay for Lake Michigan water, why not the town water? Why should we allow the city of Waukesha to build wells in the town and eventually sell our own water back to us? You are all businessmen. Why not employ your business acumen and see a vision for the future to ensure the town water supply is controlled? To ensure the town water supply by controlling how much water the city takes and pay for it by selling our natural resources to a willing buyer. If you owned a piece of land covered with trees and your neighbor said he needed the wood from your trees to burn for fuel to heat his house, would you say, sure, go ahead, cut down as many trees as you want? No, you would negotiate a price for the wood, regulate which trees were cut to manage the forest, to keep it reproducing so there would be more wood in the future. It's a renewable resource if managed correctly. Cannot the same principles be applied to the water situation? If the town has so much water that the city sees us as the solution to their water problems, we should take control and sell the water to them. We are not the only town with water that shares a border with the city of Waukesha. As long as the city insists on fighting the EPA and refuses to install the necessary filtration systems the EPA has ordered them to install, we should benefit from their poor decisions and protect our own water supply rather than allowing the city to take over and eventually sell us our own water. We are not the Indians selling Manhattan Island. Please employ your business knowledge and experience and lead the town into the future. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else?
I'm Glade, South 31, West 2611 Sunset Drive. Attending the last board meeting, I could not believe what I was hearing. After complaining for months about not wanting a supervisor on video, our chairman and Supervisor Fisher refused to even compromise on an ordinance to limit this practice. To say that you never want a supervisor to use video conferencing, as our chairman did, is to hide your head in the sand. The reason for the supervisors to be at board meetings, whether physically or on video, is to listen, participate, and vote. With video conferencing, this can be done from the bedside of a sick parent or child, or from their own bedside should they become ill. It can be done from a close or a distant location. It can be done in the middle of a flood or a blizzard. It is one of the incredible media of our time. To people my age, who witnessed the advent of television, the computer, and the cell phone, it is like a fairy tale. Who could have imagined 15 years ago that there would come a time when you would be able to see and talk to someone 2,000 miles away? Incredible and almost science fiction. The supervisors who did not want video conferencing are business owners who I hope are forward-thinking and embrace technology. Then why vote against the use of technology in the town on a limited basis? My guess is that it is one of the talking points to use in the current campaign, along with the septic. They even gave video conferencing a catchy buzzword, cyber supervisor. No catchy phrase yet for the septic. I think they hope there are people in the town who wish for time to stand still and to not go forward. Should video conferencing be done on a regular basis? It has worked for the town board for several years because of Mike Laska. He had the experience and integrity to make it successful, and he ran a successful campaign and won. Does it have its limitations? Absolutely, as all new technology does. But it does have its place by keeping the supervisors in the loop at almost all times, especially for regularly scheduled meetings. So the ordinance should be reintroduced, limiting video conferencing, and passed because it is the right thing to do for the board and the right thing to do to keep our town moving forward.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Sandy Road, West 230, South 3827, Milky Way Road, in the town of Waukesha. I have an interesting item here that many of you may have missed. There was a story by Chris Kuhagen about people attending the meetings telephonically. And in response, on WaukeshaNow, in response to a post by Tom Kelnick, and Mr. Tim Hudson of Central One Security responds, everyone knows that Bansky, with 6 E's, Wolf and Laska are just little puppets. Of course, this is sometime between 12 and 2 a.m. You guys should really grow a set. I love how you, Sandy, I walk around in my backyard naked Hamm, deceive the public. You are a true whack job. Of course, this individual is friends with several people on the board. This resulted, several hours later, in an email from my attorney to the Journal Sentinel. This post clearly violates the conditions of use for the Journal Sentinel and is legally defamatory. This person has a right to their opinion, but to state as a fact that Sandy Hamm is a whack job is slander. I demand this be removed. I will deal with this individual later. Thank you. I'm a prominent attorney here in the county. That's the kind of behavior, the rancor that I have fought against for over a year and a half. And I would sure like it to end. And this is the kind of stuff we have to deal with from people like that. I would encourage everyone to put an end to it. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? Going once, going twice? We'll move on. Current business.